The moment everything changed. We were sitting in the car right outside the big work party. My wife spent a few minutes fixing her dress and checking her hair. Then she looked over at me very quietly. She said, "Tonight, let's act like we aren't together." I really thought she was just joking. She was not laughing at all. So I just smiled, nodded my head, and said, "Okay." That single word changed the whole evening. Before we talk about what happened, if you like hearing stories about real people and the big choices they make, we are so glad you have joined us in this space today. We love sharing these moments that make us think about our own lives and how we treat others. Let's think about the names people use when they are not being honest with each other. Now, let's get back into the story. A team built over 6 years. My name is Brandon Hayes. I am 38 years old, and I work as a software consultant. I like to stay calm, and I truly believe that respect is something you should never try to hide just to make things feel easier. My wife is Nicole Hayes. She is 35 and works as a senior marketing boss. She is very smart and works hard to make a strong impression at her office. Her boss is a man named Jonathan Pierce-Quinio. He is a very important leader who is hosting the company's big yearly celebration. Nicole and I have been married for 6 years now. We have always been a very good team. We helped each other grow in our jobs and cheered when the other person did something great. We were always there to help each other through the stressful times. When she got the invite to her company's big party, she asked me to come as her guest. I was happy to go. On the drive there, we laughed and listened to music. We talked about what we want to do over the weekend. Everything felt very normal. The request in the car. Then, right before we got out of the car, Nicole became very quiet. She took a deep breath and asked if she could tell me something. I said, "Of course." She looked away from me. She asked if we could act like we were not a couple while we were at the party. I was confused and asked what she meant. She said she did not want everyone at work focusing on her personal life. She wanted them to see her as a strong, independent person. I stayed silent for a moment. She quickly said it was only for this one night, because she did not want to answer any awkward questions. I did not know what to say, so I smiled and said, "Okay." She looked very relieved and thanked me. The party promise. Inside the party room, she walked ahead to say hello to her friends. I kept my promise. I only told people who I was if they came up and spoke to me first. I spent most of the night talking to other guests and enjoying the event. An hour later, the boss, Jonathan, walked up to me. He said he did not think we had met yet. We shook hands. He asked what I did for work. We had a great talk about technology and how to lead a team. The truth revealed. Then he smiled and asked, "So, how do you know Nicole?" Before I could answer, Nicole rushed over. She looked very nervous. For a second, I thought about what she asked for in the car. Then I just smiled. I told him, "I'm her husband." Jonathan had a warm smile. He asked Nicole why she had not introduced us sooner. She looked very embarrassed and said she did not know why. Jonathan laughed. He told us that his wife has been his biggest supporter for 25 years. He said he would be proud to introduce her to anyone. His words were kind, but they felt very heavy to us. A lesson in love. The rest of the evening felt different. On the drive home, Nicole just looked out the window. Finally, she spoke up and said she was sorry. I asked what for. She said it was because she asked me to act like I was not part of her life. She wiped away a tear and said she was so worried about looking professional that she forgot something. She realized that being married is not something she should ever hide. I told her I was not upset about privacy, but I was hurt because it felt like she wanted me to disappear. She quietly took my hand. Over the next few days, we had honest talks about work and supporting each other. It was not about the party. It was about making sure neither of us ever felt like a secret again. People ask why I was so calm. It is because fighting does not usually help people understand. Sometimes, letting someone see the impact of their own choice teaches a much better lesson. The best way to introduce someone is not at a party. It is how you treat the person beside you every day with pride, respect, and love. That is the real truth. We must always remember that love is not a secret to be kept away from the world. We must be proud of the people we choose to walk through this long life with. This is a way to stay happy.